I'm Alan Stahl. I'm the Public Education Officer here at the City of Topeka Fire Department. So some things that we want you to really pay attention to is make sure that the grass is mowed short. If you're going to have a big show per se, if you're buying a bunch of the big cakes or kegs as they're calling them now, and you're going to set off a large show, wet your grass down the day before. Get that ground good and wet. Make sure that there's moisture out there so that any of those falling embers won't have something dry to land into to create a fire. Some other things that you can do too is really coordinate with your neighbors. Be very aware of the wind direction, where your embers are going to come down from those shows, and so that you're not dropping fire on your neighbor's roof. Consumer fireworks have really changed since I was a kid. We used to just throw bottle rockets around and an occasional Roman candle, but consumer grade fireworks have really blossomed into a whole different level. They go clear from down the fountains that are on the ground, clear up to the 500 gram, what they call a cake, or a keg of fireworks that can have over 20 shots in them and look like a professional grade show. I think you really need to be cognizant of what you're dealing with. Make sure you're using age-appropriate fireworks. Young kids can use sprinklers, although many of them are sparklers, although many of them do get injured from those, so you want to be very careful. But when you get up to those larger fireworks, the mortar shells, the artillery rounds as they call them, or the cakes, those can be very, very dangerous, and they are just slightly less powerful than commercial grade fireworks. And if one of them were to blow up in your hand, you could lose your hand. If you get hit by one, it can kill you. There are significant risks that are involved with those larger fireworks. When a firework doesn't detonate, it doesn't mean that the fuse isn't still burning. These aren't commercial grade, so they don't have quick acting fuses and things. So that fuse may be still burning, and you want to just leave it be. 10 to 20 minutes is what the rule of thumb is on fireworks. Just leave it alone. Don't approach that firework. And then once you do, don't try and relight it. It's malfunctioned. That's not a good situation to put yourself in. Have a bucket of water available, take that dud and put it in that bucket of water. What we really hope for is that everybody will be a good neighbor here in Topeka. We all are in this thing together, and we all enjoy fireworks, but some people really enjoy it more than others. A little known fact is it's illegal to shoot fireworks within 500 feet of the VA. We want to give those veterans, many of them who are suffering from PTSD, a little bit of respite from having explosions going on next door. But be considerate of those neighbors around you. Know that those firework hours are very specific for a reason. So we're not shooting them off all hours of the day and night. That also, remember our four-legged friends too. The Helping Hands Humane Society says that this is the #1 time of year for lost pets because they get so nervous, so upset. So have a great time, keep your show short, get it all out of the way at one time, and don't drag this thing out for 4 or 5 or 6 days or all night.